morning everyone, welcome back to the vlog. Oh my god, still feeling so exhausted from our Tokyo trip, but I gotta go to Classic Speed and work taking the RWB. That's so cold start. This is so bassy. Let's see if this new POV mount works well. Anyway, as I was saying, we're headed to Classic Speed. We have a lot of work to catch up on. I gotta test drive 2 client cars and check on my own personal projects. I gotta update you guys and update myself with what's happening with the FD Rx7. And we have big plans for the Camaro. We visited Miss Emilia Hartford in California so she can help us on the modifications that I need for my 68 Camaro. I'm not sure on the year anymore because we changed headlights of the Camaro to be the RS model. That's why I'm not sure on the year of my Camaro, but we are gonna twin turbo that car and super excited because it's an easy build because LS engines are very easy to work with. So we're gonna do Texas of Speed internal components and then probably Garrett turbos. And then the manifolds are actually ready-made already. So she was showing it to me that it's an easy repair for me to want to bring the turbos out of the hood. Also, we're going to be checking on the other projects. I know we have the 240Z, which is laying dormant. I don't know what's happening to that. And also Skyfiro, because the last time we saw the Skyfiro, the ECU burned. We were in Manila Auto Salon and the ECU decided to conk out. I don't know what's happening with AEM. If you guys have any idea what's happening with AEM, let me know down below. But the ECU of the Skyfiro basically conked out. We tried to contact AEM support but have not been getting any support. So we're gonna make a quick drive out of our morning traffic. I left really late and I forgot my Apple Watch. I'm a little disarray because of the Tokyo trip. Still have, I guess, minor jet lag. It's not a major jet lag, it's just that we came from LA a week before Tokyo and then we went to Tokyo and late nights in Tokyo, which I don't do. And it's good though, it's good. All the content that we got, all the people that I met, all the cars that I saw, everything in Tokyo is magical. And we want to go back sometime mid-year this year so that we can do a road trip and go visit the provinces of Tokyo because Japan's very beautiful. And we want to spend more time there this year. And sadly, I wish I could speak Japanese and understand what our locals are saying. But hopefully within the next few months, I have time to learn some Japanese on Duolingo and see if I can pick up where I left off. This is the traffic we're dealing with. We just gotta make it out of the city and get on the skyway and we'll be all good. Rough world, baby. Alright guys, we are on the highway. Of course, we're gonna do a pull. Vacuum cleaner. This car sounds like a lot of air moving and it's because of the turbos and how it's designed. Now this car isn't stock, it has been upgraded with cams and a little bigger compressor. But it's quiet. Under boost, the car tames down, the bassy sound goes away. We'll slow down for this little under bridge. Back to little pulls, baby pulls. I do want to upgrade the ECU of this car eventually so that we can actually shoot flames. The problem with this ECU, it's the old ECU where you need to pull the chip out and then re-flash it on the bench and then put the chip back in. So it's very hard to manipulate the fueling so that you can get flames. Although I need to extend the exhaust tips because the rear bumper has some burn marks already. But this RWB is such an easy car to drive. The clutch is very soft. The gear selector is very accurate and precise. And it's just the right amount of car for me. It's the right size, the right shape. I love this thing. And the color. One day I might actually remove all the wrap and paint it this color. I really love this color on this car. Second skin and the Nosotec knows what they're doing. Wow, that was such a long drive, but we're here now in Classic Speed and we're gonna go upstairs, settle in before we do a shop walk around. Look how beautiful this RWB is. I gotta pull out the tip on this side because we are burning the bumper. We'll cool down and readjust it, but such a fun car to drive. Just here outside we have this Cobra that we're repainting. This is the test drive today. This is a Cougar, sentimental value to the owner. And then this is a full works 67 Mustang that I need to drive. Also, supercharged engine sitting on a chassis. This is gonna be interesting. This one has a lot of power and the tires look old. Hopefully they have a lot of grip, but cars are getting cleaned right now. Okay guys, just did a briefing with the team. Manager is limping at the moment, Marvin. But the FD Rx7 is here, the R33. We're getting the 240Z ready. We're gonna go down now. So we're gonna do a few test drives, but we're getting the 240Z ready so that we can send it to ProFab. So Chino can do the turbo piping, the intake piping, the intercooler, and all that jazz. But the FD Rx7 is here and we're waiting for more parts. We installed the new radiator. As you can see, that's a big radiator. We have brushless valve fans. We're waiting for a new oil cooler also. And we got some Parts Shop Pro Max drift arms. But the problem is I forgot to order the upper arms. So we're waiting for that. We're gonna end up redoing also the front wheel to make it super skinny so that we can get maximum lock. We're gonna remove the front sway bar also because the maximum lock is going to hit the tire. And we have a new drive shaft. We have electronic power steering down the center column. And then we have a new final drive. So many things have been done to this car. I can't wait. One of my favorite cars to drive last year and obviously to hear. And we have a lot of things happening. We gotta get a new alternator fully. So new PWR radiator. As I was saying, we're basically redoing the radiator. Got the new flat profile fans. Look at how sleek these are. And this is a 300 amp alternator. Although we do need a bigger crank pulley because we do have electric air conditioning. Electric air conditioning eats so much power at idle, roughly 70 to 80 amps of power. So we definitely need to up the power at idle. We have a new aircon condenser also here. And then we're waiting for new oil cooler. The oil cooler I got was too thick. That's our electric water pump. And again, the new drift arms. So we have a spindle, also new drive shaft, new final drive, have seat belts coming, and I'm thinking if I should do a roll cage, but maybe not for now because this is still a road car at the end of the day. And lots of work happening. Classic Speed is on it. I'm missing parts for it. And then we have the R32 GTR, but this is going to get sent to Chino. Boys are just completing it so that we can load it on the truck. We do have a few minutes pa. This is a RB28 that we built in the farm. If you guys haven't seen that video, you can check it out on my YouTube channel. We're gonna respray this car. I'm not fond of this color anymore. And should we do a candy tone red or bright red? Ferrari red. I actually don't like red cars, but this is red. Maybe we should just go white, classic Datsun look. But these are the wheels for the car. Already ESR wheels. And the Pandem kit is here. We have a roll cage also here already. And this is the turbine, which we're gonna stick out the hood. We had a custom mount built for display. I can smell Marvin's mentholated wipes. It's so strong. So we're hoping, yeah, it'll come out the hood. Kailangan sama natin yung hood para we can tell Chino to cut the hood. We're not gonna see the work, but I ended up ordering this, and this is for a Skyline, which meant it really didn't fit this car properly. Our problem here is this pipe. Yeah, we need to clock the turbo. So to clear this, obviously make a exhaust wastegate. We're gonna have the wastegate come out of the hood also. But we have a new intercooler already, new radiator, new engine, new ECU, new suspension, new brakes, new body kit, new wiring, new roll cage. What else is new on this car? RB25 gearbox, new clutch. Rear end is from
Ford 8.8 inch.
Yeah, so we did a Ford rear end, right? So we can do massive burnout. And then new wiring harness also. So everything on this car is new. Maybe we should seam weld it with all this power. But it's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be probably later on in the year. So here's our Grady intake with our single throttle body. This is a whole lot of work. Chino's gotta do the piping for the intake. Punch a hole probably through here. And then we're gonna stick this out the hood. We're gonna have cone air filter running about here. We're gonna clock that out also probably to go this way because it has to go around and down. So this will be clocked to go through this, to go through there. Yeah, that seems like a lot of work. So I decided to also send the red C2 Corvette so that we can do some finishing touches on this. I quite love driving this car, but I think prove it a little bit further. So we're going to test drive that after we test drive these babies. Let's go. So the main goal today is to test drive this 67. This has been in the works with us for quite a long time, and I can see an issue already. Fog lights are facing different directions, and there, fixed that already. Beautiful car. One of the keys are inside. Oh wow, it's got a brown interior. This is like a weird interior. Oh, it's a matic too. Check this interior out. I've never had a brown interior Mustang, and this is it. So the car won't start. I need to figure out why, and this has scratches here. Needs to be polished. Little dent there. Got auto windows.
Tutok lang po yung key fob sa sensor. Ito.
Ah! Oh my god. Okay, cold start. Oof, dusty. So this is a unique build. It is definitely resto mod. I don't know what that is. We'll turn that off first. And I'm just gonna wait for the temperature to go up, but we'll put it in reverse. Does this have a handbrake? Okay, brakes feel good. Power steering is that heavy. The throttle pedal is in a weird position. So when I do these test drives, I want to make sure that the car feels good to drive and that the future owner will enjoy driving this car. So I'm going to warm the car up first before we do anything foolish. It's so clunky having a automatic. It's not my favorite on a muscle car, and we're still having little tuning issues. The car is drivable, but it's got this weird like response. Now the brakes are good, except when everything turns off. So this seems to be a thing. I need to move this sensor to down here or to the cup holder. So we're gonna put the sensor near the cup holder. This car is so rowdy. Let's see if we can get a pull. I'm just waiting for the traffic to clear up ahead. There is an issue with the engine tuning. I think we need to raise the idle just a little because we're having issues from coming from high RPM going down. It turns off. But step on the gas. Larry, super Larry. So crazy. Labasan lahat sila Nag-video, kita ko nagbi-video din sila Pero sounds wild. The car sounds so good. It's just that we need to fix that idle up issue. We have the E28 drift car that's back here because there's a lot of things that we need to fix with this car. The owner messaged me saying we need to revise a few things, so car's back here for some rework. So we're going to review this real quick with the team and then get it back to the owner. This is a fun car. Honestly, one of the fun cars that we built also last year. Just that, yeah, I need to revise a few things. This is the reason why this engine is crazy. This is a Roush supercharged V8 Coyote motor. And I'm so sad that it's hooked up to an automatic gearbox. I really wish it's hooked up to a manual because this would be a whole lot of fun as a manual. But it is what it is. The owner likes this car as an automatic. And I'm surprised we fit all of that under that hood. Rides really well. The chassis handles really well. This is running a Roadster Shop front and rear chassis, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see if it's really low. So ground clearance looks okay. I hope I didn't scratch the car from doing massive burnouts. So I'm gonna have to retouch that. But I would say that this car needs to be visited by Chino again. Chino's our tuner here at Classic Speed, and he can review why under full throttle when you drop the RPM it turns off. But this is gonna go to Chino. So loading the 240Z now so we can go to Profab. Thank you so much, Chino. So Chino's got to do all these goodies, hook it all up for me, get it running. Excited to get this car running. Chino's more of an expert with these things than we are, so we are going to send it for some backup support. Let us test drive this one real quick because this is an easy fix for Classic Speed. Very minor. Love this car also. Just finding the key to get the car to start. I don't think that's the key. Okay, last car for test drive. We'll bring the Mustang in real quick and we'll bring out this Cougar. Get our cap. Okay, one car down. Next car. Huge shout out to Camel Toe for transporting the babies. Okay, last test drive and then we gotta get out of here because I'm running late. This is super classic. Look at this beautiful interior. This is an all original. Short legs, long legs. Even the steering wheel is 2-spoke. Oh my god. One click, baby. Classic Speed. Wow, the 2-spoke steering wheel is classic. There's nothing more classic about this car. Oh, lakas nga ng preno. Okay, fixing the side mirror. Okay, test drive. We can only stay in the compound because this one has no plates. Hello! My fans. Every time I test the car, they come outside. So we need to align the car. The steering wheel is off center. But this is the first time for me to drive the car. And we're not gonna floor it, we're just gonna cruise around the compound. Nice and smooth suspension. I don't see our speedometer gauge going up, so we gotta check on that. Brakes are really strong. Brakes really push you back to the seat. Just making sure our client will be happy and safe. So we need to do an alignment, yes. And then it's got an automatic gearbox, shifting super smooth. Nice. Rides so buttery. And then brake. Okay, fix the side mirror so we can see properly. Temperature is working, so I think our speedometer needs to be checked. Aircon is sub-dismal. It's kind of quiet also. Checking the ground clearance. Pretty good. I think our client will be super happy. We just gotta do final detail with this car because it is a super clean car. I'll go stop and take some B-roll of the car. We got this car completely not running. It was a major project for us. There's not a lot of parts also that support this year model and this particular era of car, not like the Mustang. The Mustangs have a lot of support, unlike this car, where we had to source parts from all over the world. We got parts from Canada, the US, used parts, old stock parts, you name it, we had to source it. Let's get some outside rollers. Okay, sadly, not everything is perfect. Yep, we are overheating. I gotta bring it back. I have a feeling kailangan mo i-bleed. So we gotta figure out, am I signing your dito? Yes. This is another car that I need to test drive apparently. This is a new serpentine belt system. So we ended up changing all this because the car was so strong that it was slipping the belts and you could hear it squeal. And the owner of this is pure muscle, so I want to make sure to give it some stick also. We will test this. Sige, labas na natin. And this is a manual, proper, honest to goodness manual. Fun part of my job. test these cars. This had to get some updates, and we had requested to the owner if he could do all the updates so that he can use the car and be confident with it. Because initially, this car was built by the previous Classic Speed, meaning the older shop where they were just the one who put it together, but they weren't so knowledgeable yet with high-powered tuning, and I was able to basically input at all these things. It's a cold start. It's got a nasty cam also. It's not that cold anymore. We do have some heat in the engine. This is another car that we drove long ago when we were testing cars in Clark Speedway. We asked the owner to do some major upgrades so that we can get to be more usable, and the owner actually had second thoughts of selling this car, and I convinced him that there's no other car that he could buy at the moment that would give them this visceral feel. Way better, more usable. Oh my god, fun day. Okay guys, we're getting out of here. It is way past our cut-off time because it's gonna get traffic going home, but this guy's doing an amazing job here. I love the team at Classic Speed. Please give Classic Speed a follow on Instagram and Facebook. Hate this Porsche key. There you have it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.